Time.tv.
Dodo Bird is number 142 and runs when it sees people. This is the only one in the game, and presumably the world. Well, hello once again, and welcome back to Nathan Plays Castlevania Symphony of the Night. My name is Nathan, and this is Castlevania for the Sony PlayStation. In the previous episode, we did some more exploring in the inverted castle. We cleaned out some more areas and made our way toward the castle entrance. Nearly got killed. Actually, very nearly got killed, which was kind of a surprise. Hasn't happened in a little while, but it's not impossible, of course. And so from here, we're going to pick up where we left off and head into the caverns and downwards, toward the catacombs. So we fought our way back out of that terrible area, and we're now heading to the upper left of this room. You'll recall that we fought a lot of mer people in the regular castle, but they're not here now. I mean, it would look sort of awkward for them to come jumping out of the water above you, but it might look funny. Anyway. A nice mushroom found on the cave walls. We're going to head this way. Like some cave trolls. They do sort of a nifty attack. They'll either jump into the air and try and lick you, or they'll do that sort of a magical barrier thing. I mean, just keep your distance. Try not to die. Since cave trolls bleed, as you see, Dark Metamorphosis is good for regaining a couple of health points back. We also have Dark Octopuses, or Dark Octopi. Quick shot of holy water takes care of them. They don't really do anything besides sit there and make a little cloud of ink around them. Not terribly exciting. There's a hefty $2,000 bag. Another good spot to grind for cash if we needed it, which, you know, we don't, really. There's some fish kind of upside down in the water. Not dead. Like you might expect. Still moving around up there. And here we find the Alucard shield. Attacks, it's nicer than the shield we're using, and it's, of course, it's my shield, so why wouldn't I equip that, you know? Looks cool, looks good. Nice size. Oh, and of course, but there's one other thing, which is that we're going to test it with the shield rod. Now, I've read that this has some special properties that I've never actually really tried before. So let's test it out. There's all the shields, and a cool rainbow effect. Nothing really seems to happen. It doesn't give you a message about what the shield does. So I tried it one more time just to be sure. And it turns out that when you hold the shield in front of you, it does quite a bit of things all at once. It does roughly 255 damage, 253 in this instance. It returns health to you for each hit. And it also gives you back hearts. At the cost of some magic, you'll notice my magic is dwindling each time I connect with somebody. But man, oh man, this thing just melts faces. And you never have to recast the spell. I erroneously thought at first that I would need to top up from time to time. But apparently, as long as you keep the shield out, or keep the shield equipped, you never have to cast it. Now here we get to the waterfall. It's a little bit difficult to navigate around this, because of course you can't be missed in the water, Nathan. So I fell a long way down. I had to fly my way back up. Bats can't go through either. You just have to do a good double jump. And not a bad one the way I did it. There we go. For our troubles, we find an Osafane katana. Let's take a look here. It's a two-hander. Osafane-made katana. It's got good attack stats. 74 there. Of course, it means we don't get to have our shield, which we just discovered melts faces. However, if you do down to forward and attack, it does that cool sort of multi-slice thing in the air, which will do a couple of extra hits on an enemy. But we're gonna stay, you know, with the face melter, I think. Quick, there we go. But we have to check it out, you know, we just have to take a look at the new weapon. Downward to the bottom of the waterfall. Or top, whatever. This was the area where we found the button that made the Donkey Kong skeleton appear. Now, of course, that does not need to happen. And if you can fight your way upstream, you get a bat pentagram. I never remember to use these things. It's one of those screen clearing items. So let's reactivate the shield and walk through this area like it's not even a thing. Just hold your shield in front of you and get to work. Fabulous. So that way goes up to the catacombs. We're going to come back to that. For right now, we're just going to keep moving forward. And we are going to check out just what's up here. It's kind of an odd effect to jump up into the water. There's a potion. And up here, another health max up. Worth a trip, I would say. Nice little detour. And so we now return to melting faces. I just love saying and doing that. It's really enjoyable, and I can't believe actually it's taken me until this playthrough to actually try the Alucard shield and shield rod combo. Kind of a leisurely stroll in the upside down water zone gets me a heart max up. And nothing else. Too bad. I was expecting some cool nunchucks like last time. So, moving on. Grab another mushroom. Try not to get hit by stupid jack-o'-bones. And so, we get to the kind of long up and down section. Of course, we'll take the stairs and then fly back up. I don't know why that was of course. Actually, this was kind of the bad, less efficient option, but here we are. Grabbed an opal. If I ever get back around to the library, I can of course sell those for a lot of money. Making my way back down through the staircase area and past those balloon pods. We come to this area of some Nova skeletons and another life max up rather, and the secret passage. Shield works on those too and gives you lots and lots of health. Nah, we're gonna skip that for now. I don't think I need it. So continuing down here would bring us to the entrance to this area, which would take us back to the Marble Gallery. We don't want to do that. We want to go back up. But we're going to take a quick detour first into the area that formerly contained the Succubus boss fight. Again, you'll notice me changing into a bat or mist quite often because some of these jumps are just outside of the range of your double jump. And it's frustrating to fall down and have to do it again. Skip that one too. Stupid jack-o'-bones. Nice little heart max up there. And if you hit this balloon pod, it's going to rain down all of its little spores, and that's going to be annoying. So we'll just try and thread the needle there and go past it. Is that going to work? Maybe, maybe not. Right there. Excellent. If you could see me, I was dabbing right there in real life. Not true. Some meal tickets there. Once again, these are items that when equipped, when you use them, will just spit out a random piece of food in front of you that you can then consume. Sort of fun and maybe a little pointless. So this is the save room, and on the other side was that sort of weird purpley save room that we took to get to the succubus boss fight. It's not there now. Is anything? Yes. Some peanuts are behind the decoration here. Really glad I came all this way. So back to the... this was a long fall, otherwise, but now it's a long climb. I was really tempted to put in the Snake Eater song there again, but I restrained myself. Continuing up into the caverns, this is a place where we fought a big snake head last time. And here, waiting for us, is Doppelganger 40. This is our level 40 Doppelganger. Last time we met him, he was level 10, I think. He's not going to do a ton of damage, but he is annoying, and he likes to use his bat form to smash you into the wall. Much like the first Doppelganger, you can sort of get him into a jump pattern there. Where he'll jump at you and leave himself open to attack. Most of your attacks and sub-weapons aren't really going to work super well on him. And his sword is poisonous. Kind of a jerk. So I was done with that fight. 247 damage. Let's finish up here. And he gives me a life max up. That was nice. Didn't have to do that. That's the last we'll see of Doppelganger, unfortunately. He never gets another chance. So this room filled with water the first time we came through it. And then we had to fight another boss. First we're going to scoot across that gap that I almost didn't see. And find nothing. Very sad. Alright, let's drop down then. Ooh, good thing we landed on this ledge because there's a zillion of these dark octopi down here. But the holy water makes short work of them and makes a bit of an opening that I can use, except I accidentally jumped out of the screen and they all came back. Too many of these fellows will have an effect on the frame rate, and their hitbox is actually a little bit weird to use the shield on because the tentacles stretch out further than the head does, as you see, and so I keep running into those. Lying in this side section is the Dark Blade. Sounds pretty edgy. Sword forged by elves. Has a good attack strength. But unfortunately it takes away my shield rod, and I'm still just having fun with the shield rod Alucard sword, or Alucard shield combo. So we're gonna go back to that. Yeah. Takes way too many hits to fight your way across like normal, so I used a lot of holy water to get across this room, and a little bit of shield smashing there. And way on the other side, after all that fighting, got a pot roast. Worth it? Eh, sure. Time to leave. So we head back outside to the secret ice caverns opening passage that we found a long time ago. This was also the place in the regular castle where you needed the merman statue in order to be able to take the boat across and get the holy symbol. Did a quick bit of backtracking just to make sure that there wasn't anything interesting up in the water here, and there was not. The rest of this room is really more cave trolls and those flower ladies, and so we'll skip to the end of that. Way down at the end is the Force of Echo, so when you are changed into a bat, and just when I thought I had my transformation controls down, I don't. And Force of Echo turns the bat's echo ability into something that actually does a little bit of damage in sort of that cone ahead of you. It's not very useful or exciting. Or at least, maybe it's useful, but I don't know what the uses are for such a thing. So after going all the way back out of that bit of cavern, it was time to make our way over to the entrance going upward to the catacombs. Yup. We have some Gaibons, you'll recall, the boss, one of the first bosses we actually encountered. Shield makes very, very quick work of them. We'll grab this save point here. And we do actually have a little bit more of a serious encounter coming up, so we'll see what happens. Oh, here's Gaibon's friend Salagra, also getting melted.
So, you've made it this far. In the name of your father, cease this foolishness.
Not while there's a breath in my body.
Then for the master, I'll feast on your soul this night.
And so it's finally time to have our reckoning with death. I decided to, it might be more interesting to actually show off some of the attacks he's going to do rather than, you know, kill him too quickly. And so he'll do this. Summon some skulls to fly around him in annoying ways that I am totally unprepared for. He will also summon scythes and spin around. And just when you think the fight is over, second form, baby! Yes, it's death too. Nasty scythe tossing. Cool. The little things you're seeing, once again, are shoutouts to Gradius, which I'm doing by accidentally pressing down to forward and then hit. It seemed like all he wanted to do was throw scythes, and that was boring. So we finished the fight. And with that, our last piece of Vlad. We got the eye. Let's go check it out. Heart, rib, and eye. 1 of 5 treasures and luck plus 10. This and that Ring of Arcana might actually give us the boost we need to get that stupid sword that I've been trying to get. But honestly, the Alucard shield and shield rod combo is really rocking my world. Like, I'm not even sure I'm going to go back for that sword again. But then again, I also might, just because I've hyped it up so much. Anyway.
I'm ready to serve, Master.
Yes, okay, you can serve by pressing that button right there, please. Please?
This switch hasn't been pressed yet.
No, thank you. There you go. That's the second and last one of those that you'll need to do. Very exciting. Let's see if it was worth it. I don't actually remember what's back here. Yay! Okay, so you'll recall there's a bit of a secret passage here in the wall. You got some green tea, and then when you hit the remainder of the passage, you get the power of Sire and a life apple. So, back out to sort of the main area there, where we hit the switch, and we're working our way up. There's a whole lot of bats up here. They're scary, so we'll avoid them, of course. And then some scary planties. We're going to grab one last fast travel station over in this direction. It's the Upside Down Snake. Still, these plants are a lot less annoying than what was in here in the regular castle, which, as you'll recall, was a couple of imps, or fire imps, going around spreading little flames everywhere and just generally clogging the place up. I found my sword! I found my Alucard sword. My mother's family heirloom. Attack power 92. That is awesome. Now, unfortunately, I thought I was going to lose my sweet Alucard shield Gatling gun of damage. But I thought maybe we could set that aside and actually just play the game like normal. The sword has that cool blue flame effect that we miss. It also allows us to do that, where we can teleport behind somebody and hit them. Nothing personal, kid. And it just sort of looks awesome and feels right to be using my sword. So we're going to keep working our way up around these thorn weeds. Eventually I got tired of that because, I mean, they're not worth any experience or anything anyway, so let's just go. Another Power of Sire here, which again is one of those screen clearing things that I never remember to use. Actually, that might have been really good in that Beelzebub fight, now that I think about it. Not too bad. And one more ominous creaky door. Sends us into the inverted catacombs. One last new song. It's very alarming. Actually, the song that plays in this area is one of the, like, legit, more unsettling, like, creepy tracks to me in this game. So we're going to head back here and get Magic Missile, as well as a Buffalo Star. So we have a new enemy in this area. This is the Salome. It's another witch who has a magical barrier that's very annoying. And who turns into a cute kitty cat with a witch hat when you defeat her. Come on. This is where I discovered that my shield actually still works. As long as I've cast the charm and not unequipped it, the Alucard shield is still good to go no matter what weapon you're using in your main hand. So I can have my sword and my cool shield. Look at this. Everything's coming up Alucard. That thump you just heard was the sound of the cat jumping down from the windowsill above where I'm recording this narration. Thank you. A little bit of confusion there with the sub-weapon that I wanted. And another new enemy. Next to Salome, we have Frozen Half, who likes to use a lot of ice attacks and can actually be pretty devastating if the big storm is unleashed. That sound you're hearing is the cat going back and forth in front of the microphone trying to get my attention, and Scritchies. Cat, I'm busy. Stop it. Anyway, continuing through, we have some blood skeletons that get up a lot faster than their red counterparts. Yeah. Heading up here, we have the fastest blood skeletons of all. You'll notice that within moments behind me, they're already getting back up. And very quickly as well. I assume these are android skeletons, if android blood is canonically white thanks to the Alien movies. Then that would explain maybe their fast reconstruction as well. Robot skeletons, y'all. Anyway, back here we find an elixir and a library card. I'm super glad I came all this way. So to get back through, I turned into a wolf and used my super cool speed power to get through them, although it did waste all of my magic, which is a little bit sad. And heading back through the spike room and all the way back to the entrance to the area, I decided I was going to call it a video. And so, I think we've made a pretty significant amount of progress. Next video, we're going to polish off the last new boss of the inverted castle, and then I think we may just make our way to the heart of the castle and defeat Dracula once and for all. As always, thank you ever so much for watching. This is our position in the castle. If you want to take notes, and we'll see you next mission. Cat. No, don't step on there.